Hey everybody, it's Beanie from Live and Let's Dice here with Rapid.
Hello.
And today we're going to be playing a game of Dark Angels versus the Blood Angels in a kind of like war game scenario to see who's better. It's the Dark Angels. No, it's not. So here we are with my 1,500 point army of the Dark Angels, and I know what you're thinking, they're very, very purple, the Dark Angels, but that is because the Sentinels of Brobnar are able to take on whatever guys they need to help the Imperium out. And to help the Imperium they shall, with us starting with my warlord for the day, the Lion, who was painted up for us lovingly by Crazy Doug. He is a absolute chopping death machine, and I cannot wait to see how many Blood Angels he can kill. On his right he has his best little friend, also painted by Crazy Doug. This is Bilal, the chapter master, not the chapter master, the master of the Deathwing. He is, I won't lie, not that great on the tabletop at the moment, but the model is glorious and Doug has done an insanely good job with him. Now he will be accompanied by 5 of the best Deathwing Knights, and guys, do you want to guess who painted them? That's right, it was me. No, I'm lying, it was Crazy Doug. He yet again painted more things for me, and he has even more Deathwing on the way for me coming up in the future. Now, going into the Sentinels who are with the Dark Angels today, we have 5 heavy intercessors with a heavy bolter at the front, a 10-man squad at the back, who have a power sword on the main guy, and then we have a 5-man squad of assault intercessors with jetpacks, and there is a power fist and 2 plasma pistols. And then to round out the list, we have a Brutalis, a Redemptor, and a Ballistus, and that is my entire list. It is highly elite, and that's what I need to kill these Blood Angels. So, Rapid, why don't you tell me which of these awful Blood Angels you have brought to the table today?
Right, so to start off, I've brought the Liberator Assault Group.
Ooh.
And the guy who is looking in the camera right now is the old Lamatis. So this is the old model. I've yet to paint up the new one yet. I still love this model anyway. So he is going to be leading up the Squad of Death Company who are behind him.
Ooh.
And so those guys have got there's 2 of them got Eviscerators. And then there's 3 power fists in there, which I'm going to have to mark on there because they're all just shown as chainswords. But, you know.
We'll figure it out.
And then there's 2 Inferno Bolt pistols in there as well. So, Inferno pistols. So a little bit of melter in there, a little bit of utility. And hopefully they'll stick around for a little while.
No. So who's this behind? I see you've done the cardinal sin of not painting it, but we're going to let that go for reasons.
Yes, so this guy was made for me by the wonderful Stranger Come Knockin'. So on Instagram, Stranger Come Knockin', hobbies I think is the full thing. Check him out. He does custom stuff and he's just an absolute legend. And so I've only just had this off him about a week or so ago and I haven't had a chance to paint it. But I wanted to bring it like it was because you can see the green stuff work he's done on there.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy.
And it's just I don't know how he does it, but he's just.
He's so nice.
Yeah, if he wasn't so nice, I'd hate him.
Yeah, no, I understand completely. Okay, so that is your Brutalis, who has the melters in his boobies. And in front here, it looks like we've got a lieutenant, a very rare thing, a Primaris lieutenant.
Yes, so there's a lieutenant, and that pistol is a bolt, is a power fist. And then he's got the Mastercrafted bolter, and he's going to be attached to the squad of Hellblasters behind him. Because
do you like how you've done them? They look very nice.
Oh, good, bad. Thank you. I tried to do the old OSL on them. You know.
Very nice.
I can do smart sometimes.
Good. And behind them we've got.
So we've got a squad of the Eradicators.
Lovely.
So I wanted a bit of utility, maybe to drop these in at some point and maybe point at some of those big mechy things you've got, and see if they can kill some of them.
Okay, and behind them we have
a squad of 10 assault intercessors with jump packs.
Very nice.
So Boss Man has got a power fist, and then the rest are chainswords, and then there's 2 plasma pistols in there as well.
Very nice. And then moving over to here, we have your encrusted tank.
Yeah, he's pretty dirty, but he always does me well, to be fair to him. So we've got a Gladiator Valiant. So that's with the twin last Talon and then the 2 multi-melters because Blood Angels, and the old Heavy Stubber and Rocket Pod as well.
Very nice.
Which always seems to miss, but there we are.
And then we have the Commander himself.
Yeah, last but not least, so he is my Warlord, because why would you choose any other guy here to be the warlord? And then he is attached to a squad of 6 sanguinary guard, which have got the Incarming Blade.
Very nice.
And hopefully, yes, he's going to help them with the -1 to hit, -1 to wound, and also give them the +1 to hit as well.
Very nice. And is that 1,500 points on the nose?
On the nose, yes.
Excellent. It's going to be a fair fight, and we will be back once we have done a bit of deployment. Ooh, although I think I'm going to explain to you quite quickly what we're going to be doing objective-wise. So we recently went to the King in the North tournament, which was a hell of a lot of fun. Yes. Everybody was lovely, and it was really well run, and I had a great time. And I came 4th. Yay!
Oh, I knew he'd drop that in. I came 41st.
Oh, you suck.
Well, I went for fun. You went to win.
You also came to win. You just didn't.
Maybe.
So what we're going to do, we're going to use the second mission that they had at the tournament, which was essentially one of the objectives disappears every turn, starting from the second turn. So we'll roll a dice, remove an objective, and it'll mean that everybody's got to move into the middle and get scrapping. And do you want to add in Slay the Warlord, or would you rather avoid that because mine's the Lion and yours is merely Dante?
Oh, let's do it. Let's see if I can kill him.
Okay, cool. So we're also going to do Slay the Warlord.
Stupid lion and his not dying and killing everything guy.
That's what he does. Okay, we'll be back once we have deployed. So here we are, deployed on this battlefield. There is a wall of purple. And on this side, there's even more purple. And at the front, we have the Lion. And he will be ready. Well, I say he's at the front. He's cowering behind a squad of 10 intercessors because he has the rule that if he's within 3 inches of a infantry squad, he has lone operative.
Wimp. Oh, sorry, my cough's come back.
Oh, he coughs back, is it?
Yeah,
Oh, that's nice, that is. So they'll be able to either go up to the left or over to the right and be able to take those 2 objectives there. And if we now have a little look at how the Blood Angels have deployed, we have one massive blob of Death Company over here with Lamati standing behind them. We have some Hellblasters over here, and then the main thrust of his army is in this blob over here, hiding behind this building, ready to jump forward and cause some damage. Now, as I said, the name of the game is get the points and kill the Warlord, but we are now going to roll to see who will be going first.
Oh, I missed.
So he got a 1. I got a 3.
So it's not me.
Oh, boo. Right, my turn first. So the Dark Angels have tentatively moved forward, as I am not used to going first. I normally lose that roll and let Rapid come to me. But so what I've done is the Assault Intercessors have raged up the field, just got over that piece of terrain, and the Lion is just skirting on the outside of them, ready to hopefully run into that big blob over there. The Brutalis has come up to the right, ready to go towards the Death Company, hoping that they'll maybe try and jump on his head. You never know, we don't know what's going to happen there. The Redemptor has come up through this ruined building, ready to shoot up at whomever sticks their head out, and the Heavy Intercessors are just chilling. As is the what's it called? Ballistus.
Ballistus, yeah.
Yeah, so the Ballistus is over here. There really isn't anything for me to shoot at in this turn. All we can really do is admire the Lion and his lovely shield and hope that he doesn't die before he gets to stab some face. Now we're going into Blood Angels, turn 1. At the end of the Blood Angels movement phase, the Gladius tank has come around the corner ready to eye up the Lion and his friends. So has the Brutalis, and sadly so have the Eradicators. Everybody else seems to have stood rather cagey, cowardly some might say, for Blood Angels who need to murder in the name of Sanguinius. And now we're going to go into the shooting phase, where I believe it's going to be the Eradicator shooting into the Assault Intercessors, whatever the Brutalis can shoot into them, and whatever the Gladius tank can shoot into them. So at the end of that shooting phase, all that have died is these 3 brave souls. However, this now leads me ready for my turn 2, and will I be able to get the charges off that I want? Let's hope yes. However, before we get on to my movement phase, we need to roll a dice to find out who is the lucky son of a gun that is disappearing objectives. It's number 4. Which is that one over there. So the one that we're basically all running towards is the one that nobody wants. Huzzah! So, Dark Angels turn 2. I have gone with the Assault Doctrine, so I can advance and charge. I have picked the Brutalis Dreadnought over here as the target of my Oath of Moment, and I have gone with Martial Exemplar on the Lion, so everyone gets a +1 to their hit roll if they're within 6 inches of him for melee damage. So, using this ability to advance, I got a couple of nice ones off. I got a 4-inch advance on the Assault Intercessor, so they've been able to keep up with the Lion, who got a mighty 6-inch advance, so he's really furious, and he wants to get into the fight. The Brutalis only got a 1-inch on his advance, so he's just got to the midboard, and he's basically just waiting to get shot and die. And this guy, my Redemptor, is just hiding behind that big crate, hoping that the Death Company don't remember that he's there. So that's how that's all going. We're going to go into the shooting phase, where I am going to put the Brutalis into the Gladius. And then I think that is the only shooting I actually have. So the las cannons have shot in from the Ballistus into the Valiant, who popped smoke. So it was a -1 to hit, but with the Ballistus strike ability of re-rolling, managed to get 1 wound through. We're going to have a save here at -3, down to -2, I guess, for cover lines.
Well, smoke gives you cover anyway, doesn't it?
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so this is 5.
Woohoo! So 2 shots hitting on 4s. Both hit, strength 10, so 4s to wound. 1 wound.
-2,
down to -1.
So 4. Oh, yes, boy.
So he has been able to resist the firepower. Okay, so the first charge is going to be the Lion himself, who needs a 7-inch charge to get into the Brutalis.
Oh, he's not keen.
And I'm going to CP it. For a 9, so the Lion is in against the Brutalis, and now is the Assault Intercessors, who need a 6 to get in. And they're not in! Oh no, the Lion is alone, but we will now be back ready for some combat. So alas, only the Lion has made it into this combat, but it is against the Oath of Moment target. And if he could somehow kill a Brutalis in 1 round of combat, then he can shimmy his way into the sweet protective embrace of Eradicators, get punched in the legs a little bit, and hopefully won't die from it. Assault Intercessors, you have failed me this day, and we will now be back with some shooting. Not shooting, that other thing. Stabbing. So, the strats that are being played at the moment is we have Armour of Contempt being played by the Brutalis Dreadnought, because he wants a little bit of a save. But in response, I'm playing Honour the Chapter, which gives me the Lance keyword on my way in, and it also gives me an additional -1 to the AP of the damages of this attack. So I'm going to be hitting on 2s, re-rolling, wounding on 2s, lethal hits on these attacks, and it's -5 down to -4.
I'm glad the camera's not looking at me right now, because I'm not making a happy face.
He's weeping. Okay, so we've got 1 lethal hit and a couple of re-rolls. 2 lethal hits.
No, okay.
And now we need to see some 2s. And we do. So it's 8 at -5 down to -4. 4 damage a pop.
Oh, what a surprise.
Does he explode?
Ooh.
No, he implodes. Okay, so that is the end of the combat, except that I'm now going to consolidate the Lion into the Eradicators, and then they're going to be able to hit me back. But we're going to do this off camera, because let's hope it doesn't do 10 wounds. So we will then be back with Blood Angels, turn 2. So at the end of the Blood Angels movement phase, they have rushed forward, smelling blood in the water as the Lion shredded that Brutalis to pieces. Now Dante, his angel friends have all come around the corner ready to attack the Lion, but that's not all the Lion's contending with. These Hellblasters have put themselves into a line so they can all see down the way to shoot at him. The Eradicators have paid a strat so they can fall back and still manage to shoot. And the Gladiator Valiant is also ready to shoot whomever it needs to. And also, Rapid has brought down his Assault Intercessors to kind of cover this area as Lamatis and the boys run forward. So he's got a contingency plan over here. However, in response, I have Rapid Ingress down my Terminators and Bilal into the middle of the board so they can choose which way they want to go. They can come up and support over here, or they can get into this melee over here. I have a character hunter, and I smell me some characters. So we are going to go into the shooting phase, and we're going to start with the Eradicators are going to start by shooting into the lion. And just to say, if it wasn't obvious from the context of the fight, the lion is the subject of Oath of Moment.
Yes.
So as the dust settles, 1 wound made it through against the lion, and now on a 3 from the Eradicators. This will be a 3-up invulnerable, which he does not make. So I'm going to CP it into a 1. So this is a really, really good start for someone with a 3-up invulnerable.
I'm going to roll a 1 now, and I... Oh, can I CP that?
You can. Yeah.
Do I CP that? I'm going to leave it. So
Okay.
just 2 wounds.
Okay, so he is down to 7, I think. The Angelus bolt guns also fire into the lion, getting 1 wound through. This will be on a 2-up, I'm guessing. It's no minus on an Angelus bolt gun.
No.
So 2-up save. And it's a 6. That's a mortal wound that bounces back at you for the Emperor's shield.
I'm going to do a Dante's Perdition pistol first.
Okay, let's do this one live.
Live! Brought you live from a house.
From a house, yes. Right, go.
So hitting on 2s. Ooh!
Re-rolling for Oath of Moment.
Ooh!
Okay.
Strength 9, so this will still be 5s. Okay.
So the Hellblasters overcharge their plasmas, shooting into the lion with the benefit of a lieutenant giving them lethal hits, which ended up with 4 wounds going through. However, one of the Hellblasters valiantly died to his own gun exploding in his hands. So we have 4 saves to make. This is on 3s. 6s are great for me. There's a 6. You take a mortal wound. I take no wounds. How is that for you?
Great.
Excellent. Would you like to shoot with the bolt gun from the lieutenant?
Yes.
Okay, we'll be back to see how many wounds that does. So the lion has withstood many, many shots from all of the different units coming in against him. It looks like they've actually come off a little bit worse from trying to shoot the mighty Lion of Caliban. Although there is a tank pointed at him and ready to do some more damage. The lion has 1 more bit of shooting to weather before we move on to some other guns on the other side of the board, a little bit of shooting into their brutalis, and then into the all-important combat phase. Will the lion survive being shot at by a tank? So the Valiant shot with its stubber to begin with and managed to hit but did not wound, but the rocket pod did manage to land a wound onto the lion. With the cover bonus, this will be at a -0, so this is a 2-up save. I have made the 2-up save.
I just realised that the stubber is actually rapid fire 3 and it's within half range, so...
Yeah, okay. At the moment. 6s. Nope. Okay, what's the next shot? I'm just going to keep it rolling now. You've set the precedent here.
Yeah, man. Okay, so multi-melter, 2 shots, hitting on 3s. Oh, good thing. He's
It's
also
over the moment, yeah.
Okay. And then, so this will be 5s.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez Louise.
And now 2 last talons.
Yeah.
I believe it's 2 shots, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 shots.
Okay, re-rolling.
So this will be on 4s now because it's strength 10 and it's twinning.
Yeah. Didn't need it. 2 going through. So at it'll be -3 down to -2, but the Emperor's Shield giving the 3-up invulnerable. Can
3-up invuln is just driving me wild.
May them both, and you take a mortal wound. The Emperor's Shield defending. Power. Yes, so that was a lot of shooting. The rest of the shooting phase is going to be incidental, so we will come back when we're starting to do the charges and we'll let you know if anything has happened. So guys, just realised that we were making the lion tougher than he should have been. He's actually toughness 9, so went back through the footage and could see that there's actually an extra multi-melter hit that went through. So...
And, when they shot, I did 2 damage. They melted 2.
So it should be 4.
Yeah, 4 damage.
Okay, so he's down to 6 wounds. And we're going to see if this melter goes through as well. So this will be on a 3. Made it. Just.
Okay.
So, the lion is a bit more damaged than we thought, because we were wondering how he would manage to survive this, but I mixed up his wounds and his toughness. Because he's got 10 wounds, toughness 9. But he's still alive. He's just a bit more badly hurt. So we're going to be going into the charge phase. The Death Company, angry at the concept that Horus has killed their lord, shot as hard as they could against another person that has some kind of talons, but all the bullets bounced off as he laughed. Ha ha ha! However, he's going to get charged with them, and that's really going to hurt. So the Death Company have wheeled in and smashed into the side of the Brutalis. In response, I'm going to pay 1 CP to play Armour of Contempt to try and negate a little bit of the damaging against them. Rapidus decided to fight over here first. Because I have fights first over there, there's not much he can really do about it. The Lion is going to say something to Dante, and it's not going to be very friendly, I imagine.
I feel like I need some sort of win.
Yeah, that's fair.
I feel like this isn't going to go very well, So it's hitting on 3s, lethal hits, but also because of Lamarty's, because he's a chaplain, they get to reroll all hit rolls, or failed hit rolls.
Oh, nice.
So hopefully, so 2 lethal hits so far then.
Cool, we've got 2 lethals and a couple of rerolls.
So they've all hit. Do I fish?
It's up to you.
Do you know what? I'm going to do it. I don't normally do it.
I know, I always fish. Ooh. Oh, and it was worth it.
That was really worth it.
Oh, you spicy calamari.
Woohoo! I did dice rolls, peeps.
You did.
I also said peeps.
You did.
Okay.
I'm so hip and cute.
Yeah, boy. So this is strength 8, so this is going to be 5s to wound, yeah?
Well, no, it'd be strength 10 because of the +2 strength.
+2 strength,
so
sorry.
4s.
This is 4s. Wow, they're quite angry.
So 8 at what would have been -2 down to -1. So this could be 3 up saves. I fail 3, so he's taken 6 damage so far.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty good. So now we're going into the Eviscerators, into his knees.
Yep. So these are sustained hits 1 in addition to the previous rules. So
2 go back in and 2 lethals.
Do I fish?
You go for it. Why wouldn't you when you've got 2 rolls you can get out of it? Yeah.
Okay, wow. But then I did miss all the rest, so...
But you're going to put 5, you still get to roll 5. And 2 of them wound. 3 of them wound, because it's...
Yes, because you'd be strength 9.
Yeah,
yes.
so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 again. So another 8 coming in at -1.
-1, 2 damage again.
Okay, I failed 2 of them. He is down to 2 wounds. So he has a wad of dice ready to roll.
Okay.
Hitting on 2s? Or was it? No, 3s.
Hitting on 3s, lethal hits again.
Yay.
And I can fish if I want to.
Yay. Ooh. You go, well, might as well, because you did a lot of missing there.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you just going to re-roll them all?
Yeah, I'm going to re-roll them all.
Yeah,
because
yeah, why not?
I'm totally rolling up. I'm rolling 6s to wound anyway, so...
No, it all works out the same then, doesn't it, really?
Oh! Just the 1.
Okay, and let's get these bad mamma jammers out of here. And then all of them.
Okay, so these will be 6s then.
Yeah, these will be 6s, but you've rolled a fair few 6s so far.
Just the 1.
Okay, so we've got 2, 4, 6. And these are just 2 ups for me because of Armour of Contempt.
Yep.
Okay, so don't fail 2 of them, I guess. Failed 2 of them. Do I CP it? Yes, I do.
Have you got CP?
Yeah, I got 1. There we go. So he is on 1 wound.
It's just Lamarty's left to hit.
Oh, why did I bother? I forgot about
If you want to take it back.
Yeah,
so-
I'm just going to let him die. So
Okay.
on a 6 up, does he explode? No. So as the dust settles, the Death Company have moved themselves over onto this objective to contest it from that Redemptor. However, that Redemptor is pretty hungry to fight them. And there is a big squad of Terminators that are looking to kill them in return. However, going on to what will be the next big piece of combat, we have the Lion, who gets to fight first against Dante and his friends. This should be a good one, and I think I'm going to go with the 16 attacks and see if volume gets me through this. So, before the combat can start between the Lion and Dante, I have to take a battle shock test just to see if the Lion hasn't pooed himself. The Lion hasn't pooed himself, which is rare for me because I love rolling them. So I am going to be doing 16 attacks with the sweep.
Oh, no.
Hitting on 2, sustained hits 1. So 1, 2, 3 go back in. So from 16 hits, he hits 17 times. but he will be with the -1 to wound because of Dante, or the Sanguinary Guard's ability. It's a -1 to wound, isn't it?
Yeah, if there's a character leading them.
Okay, so this will
And Dante gives it to any squad that he leads anyway.
Okay, so this will be wounding on 4s.
Okay.
Did okay, but it could have been better. See, it's bad, but it's not terrible. So it's 7 wounds at -3. Okay, so 3 go through, so that's only 2 Sanguinary Guard dead in total. So the lion is about to get beaten.
Oh.
Black and blue. We're going to come back for that. So Rapid is going to be spending his last CP on, what? Red Rampage?
Red Rampage. And they're going to give into the Red Thirst, which means they get benefit of, instead of choosing between Lance and lethal hits, if they give into the Red Rampage, they can have both, but it means they're then battle shocked.
Okay. Okay, so are you ready to roll, or shall I give you a minute?
Give me a minute, I need to count lots of dice.
Okay, we'll be back in a sec. Right, so we're going up with the Encarmine Blades.
Yep.
With Lance and lethal hits.
Yes, and because of Dante, they now hit on 2s as well.
Oh, good.
So.
A few dice.
And he's
He's the Oath of Moment, so you can re-roll and fish for those 6s if you want. So let's get them out of the way.
Oh, no.
And one over here. So we've got 3 so far. You're going to just re-roll everything? Or are you just going to do the 4 and accept the amazing amount of hits?
It could go really badly, couldn't it?
It could. You could roll a lot of 1s.
Okay, I will just do that then.
And you did. You rolled 2 1s there, but you did get another lethal. So now, with the +1, because their blades are 6 with +2 strength.
Yep, so this is strength 8.
8. So it's still going to be 5s to wound, but with the lance, it's going to be 4s to wound.
Yes. Oh, that wasn't so good, was it?
It wasn't as amazing as you would have liked, but then I didn't. That was a...
Yeah, so that's 9.
9.
At -3, 2 damage. And
Okay.
you've got 6 wounds left.
I do, and a 3-up save.
Can you not roll all 3s? And please don't roll any 6s.
All 6s.
Ah, come on.
Okay, so he has died. Because I haven't got the CP to stop. Actually, no, he's got 6. That's 4 damage.
Yep.
So he's taken 4 damage, and
And
you've taken 2 mortal wounds.
So the guy's down to 1.
Yes. Brilliant. So the lion is down to 2 wounds, and he is now going to get the axe to the back of the head from Dante. Okay, so we have 9 attacks coming in from Dante, the world's oldest space marine, if you don't count any of the chaos ones.
Ah, they're fake ones.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we've got lethal and a reroll.
Do I fish?
Oh, I don't know, because you're going to be wounding on 4s anyway, aren't you?
Be strength 10, so it'd be wounded on 3s. Back down to 2s then, right?
Yeah. So probably better not to fish.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's strength 10 now.
Yep.
Toughness 9 with lance. 2s to wound against the lion. Do it. There's the one. All 6s if you would. So the lion is definitely dead, and the Sanguinary Guard guy is also dead. But you have killed the Lion of Caliban.
I think this is the first time I've ever killed him.
Well, there we are. So one of my big threats is gone, and I've half-neutered the Sanguinary Guard. Was it worth it? Probably not. But that is the end of the turn. We'll do a little sweep and a wrap-up. So as the dust settles, the lion's corpse is on the floor, and unlike what the Chaos Legion did to Sanguinius, they're probably going to be quite respectful of the lion, at least for the first few minutes. And now this is how the board state is looking. Things are looking a little bit more thin on the ground for me, but I still have a couple more. I still have a unit to bring down, and we've got my big bomb threat of Deathwing Knights in the middle of the board, who can go left or right, depending on which objective disappears. So we'll be back. We'll roll the dice to find out which one it is, and we'll let you know when I come back with my turn 3. So, with the Dark Angels command phase, we have decided we are not going to any doctrines at the moment, because I didn't really need to. But I have chosen that my Oath of Moment target will be the Death Company, who killed my Brutalis. Now, you might be saying to yourself, why aren't you going after Dante? Because he's a willy who killed your lord. Well, you're right, he is. But considering we rolled for the objectives and which one would disappear, We lost the one right at the back there for rapid. So this corner has kind of become a lot less valuable than it seemed at the start of the game. So, in response to this, I have moved my heavy intercessors up into the middle of the room so they can shoot out, and hopefully their damaged 2 guns could do a little bit of damage to these Death Company in the middle. The Deathwing Knights have moved up with Bilal, ready to get into a 4-inch charge to get in against the Death Company if they survive the shooting phase. The Intercessors, seeing the lion die, ran straight past his murderer and into the direction of the Hellblasters, because they are too scared to fight the Sanguinary Guard, and they are smart to think that way. So, that was my movement phase. We will be going into some shooting, and I'm probably going to start the shooting phase off with Bilal. So Bilal raised his master-crafted bolt gun and managed to get 2 wounds in against Lamarty's. So 2 3-ups.
No minus, is it?
No minus. So that's 4 damage. Is he dead?
He's got 4 wounds. I'm going to CP one of them.
Yeah.
Because that is...
Brilliant. So he's taken 2 wounds and a dent in his pride.
Feel no pains.
Oh, okay.
So 2 wounds.
Yay! So Lamarty's has taken some shots to the face. I wasn't expecting to happen.
No, I was not expecting that either.
So I'm going to go on to the heavy intercessors who are going to put the rest of their shots into the Death Company. So the heavy bolt rifles from the heavy intercessors have managed to get 7 wounds in at -1 into the Death Company.
So cover because of the stuff in the way.
Yep, I'd assume so.
Okay, so 7 at 3%. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my days. Okay.
Okay, they're 2 damage a pop, which was reduced down to 1 damage a
damage.
pop because of Lamarty's. By the way, he's only taken 1 wound.
Yep.
So,
And then 6 up, feel no pains.
yes.
So
Okay, 2 are dead.
2 are dead.
Okay, not bad. And now I'll just do the heavy bolters now. So it's going to be hitting on 3s and 6s are sustained hits 1, re-rolling. So we hit with all and we get a sustained hit. And then it's going to be 3s to wound. Okay, 2 wounds, again, no minus because of cover, and we will hopefully get them through. Nope, that time they did not mind. So the next lot of shooting is going to be the Redemptor. So from the 2 Gatling cannons, we've got 5 devastating wounds through and 8 to save, 8 regular wounds to save.
Minus?
No minus, for some reason, on a giant Gatling gun.
3s.
So failed 2, so in total now you've got to make 7 feel no pains.
So 6s.
You make 3 of them.
Wow. So another 2 die.
Another 2 die to that, and now it is time for the Icarus rocket pod, D3 shots, for 2 shots. But it does have anti-fly, so it'll be wounding on 2s. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling for Oath of Moment, both hits, and then 2s. 2 wounds, -1, 2 damage. Okay, so that's...
Be 1 damage each, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So then 6 up. Okay, so
Okay.
another guy dies.
Cool, another one dies, and then it's going to be the twin storm bolters. At this range will be 4 shots, hitting on 3s, re-rolling for Oath of Moment. One of them misses, and then it'll be forced wound re-rolling for twin linked. Okay, so 2 wounds, no minus. So after the shooting in this area, all the pistols from the various kinds of intercessors just bounced off the Hellblasters and the Sanguinary Guard. But the Ballistus Dreadnought managed to get a missile shot right into a Sanguinary Guard who turned into a puff of smoke. Now we're going to go into the charge phase, where we are going to start the charge off with the Redemptor. And I think I'm going to just do that here. This will be I think like a 2. Yeah, so in with a 9. And then it's going to be the Deathwing Knights over here who are going to charge into them. We measured it before, it was a 4, but it might be more now.
Yeah, pulled away. So you need
5?
a 5, yeah.
Okay, so we're going for a 5. And they got the 5. Hooray! That was real close. And then the last charges are going to be, what do I need for that?
So it's 6 3/4. You need a 7-inch charge.
So 7-inch charge. Oh, and I made it with an 8. And then, just because they're brave, 9-inch charge from the Assault Intercessors,
Okay.
who are the flying ones, into Dante.
Oh,
And they made it!
They
So
are really keen.
every charge is made, we'll do the charges, and then we'll get ready for some combat. So as the Assault Intercessors went in against Dante and the Sanguinary Guard with Hammer of Wrath, I did 3 mortal wounds and have killed a Sanguinary Guard in a puff of smoke, which seems really, really silly considering they're like the greatest warriors of all time.
Yeah.
We have managed to do the consolidations in over there. Sadly, the champion can't hit, but everybody else can, including the Redemptor. And I'm going to start the combat off with Belial, because he has precision. So I'm going to see if I can kill the Marties to get rid of that -1 ability. So we will do some rolls now. So, raising the Sword of Silence against Lamarties. We have 6 attacks hitting on 2s, re-rolling. Re-rolling. Yay, there's the one. Okay, so 5 attacks have gone through. It is strength 6. So it's going to be wounding on 3s. There's 2 misses. It's -2, 2
Okay.
damage.
Okay, so on his 4 pinball then.
Yep.
See if I can roll some saves. Do I CP that last one? Try and keep him alive. Because it's worth it to try and hold that squad together, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was not meant to be.
No. So, Lamarties is dead.
How many wounds is it?
2.
Okay, but I do have a 6 up feel no pain.
Okay.
And he's got... He's down to 1 now? Oh,
Hang on, isn't he down to 3?
he's down to 3, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he's down to
Down
1.
to 1?
Okay, now we're going to go on to the Deathwing Knights, who, as long as they get 6s to hit, they can also use the ability to have precision. That's the word I was looking for. Okay, so sadly, because the champion cannot fight here, because he's too busy being delicious, this is going to be less attacks.
Standing on the top of that, mate, he's just posing going.
He does look rather red and tubular. Okay, so this is going to be hitting on 2s, re-rolling. And we've got a precision, got a few precisions there, and a fair few to re-roll. And I'm just going to take a couple more just for re-roll purposes. They've all hit, and then these I'm going to re-roll to see if I can fish for some more 6s. Didn't get any more 6s, but I did hit with everything. Okay. So I will deal with these first. So these are going to be wounding on 3s. Okay, and going to do these now. So this will also be 3s. Okay, so you've got 3 wounds in against Lamarties is where I'd like this to start. And then you can deal with all this.
Yeah, how does that work then with like the precision you think?
I guess you would have to do the precisions first because they would be elected as these are now precision attacks. So, 3.
Minus?
-2.
So it's just 4s.
Okay, so again, 2 damage.
2 6s, come on, come on, come on. You know.
No, so he's gone. And now you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 at -2 against the Death Company. Okay, so 5s.
Yarp. Oh dear. So this needs to be 6s.
And these would have had to have gone in 2 at a time, so they're all dead. They're very dead. There is now a crater where these Death Company were before, as the slightly smug Deathwing Knights hold their swords aloft and go, huzzah. Over here now we have a little bit more combat to do to see what happens with Dante and his 1 remaining Sanguinary Guard, who we're going to need a battle shock token for the next turn, by the way. And then we'll go into the combat with the Assault Intercessors. So let's see what happens. So just counting up the wounds now from the Assault Intercessors. We've got to re-roll their wound rolls against the Hellblasters. 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 wounds at -1, and then there's going to be some power sword attacks after, depending on what happens. 4 ups.
1 dead. 2 dead.
2.5 dead.
2.5 dead.
That wasn't as good as I was hoping.
There's 1 guy on 1 wound anyway, so yeah, so there's 3 dead.
3 dead, okay, and now 4 attacks from the Sergeant with his power sword, hitting on 3s. He hits once. and then it's going to be wounding on 3s, re-rolling, which he needs. And he gets -2. Now we're going to move on to the Assault Intercessors with jump packs. So the chainsaw's revved up on the Assault Intercessors with jump packs, and they managed to get 5 wounds in against the Sanguinary Guard. They've got a 2-up save to begin with, so it's just B3s.
Yeah, I was just looking to see if there was any difference between the save profiles. So if I just roll them all, the wounds might fall over onto Dante.
Oh, he still gets a 4-up invul, doesn't he?
Yep. Yeah. So
it's just 3s.
3s.
Okay, 2 wounds.
So guys down to 1 then.
Okay, and now there is 3 Power Fist attacks coming in. Hitting on 3s.
-1.
Hitting on 4s, luckily I hit with all. And then Strength 8, so it would have been 3s back to 4s because of the -1 to wound. We get 2 wounds through, -2, so onto the 4-up invuls.
Oh,
Okay, so the 1 is dead and Dante takes 2.
I just can't see for toffee today.
No, you can't. But this is great, because Dante is now in a position where he's going to be fighting back. And we will, I guess that's where we're going to start. So Dante has raised the Axe Mortalis, and he has managed to get 6 wounds in against the Assault Intercessors at a -3. So I need to roll 2 6s to keep any of these guys alive. I rolled 1, but that is 5 dead. That is the end of the Intercessors over there. Good work, Dante. Dante now stands alone on 4 wounds, looking over at his lieutenant. And the one Hellblaster saying, come on guys, if I can do it, you can do it too. Not being able to count and see how many there are there. We'll see what the lieutenant, because he's got a very mysterious looking power fist that
yeah,
is
it's a
a
very
gun.
bolt pistol looking.
Yeah, so this is the fight that's happening next. We will show you some rolls. Okay, so the lieutenant got 3 wounds with his power fist through at -2. So this will be 3 5-ups. I make 2, fail 1, so that is 1 dead intercessor, and now it's going to be 3 attacks from the plasma guy.
Yep, so 3 attacks, so lethal hit.
Cool.
And then this will be 4s. Okay, so
2, no
2,
minus.
no minus.
So 2 3-ups. So I take another wound. So it's 3 wounds have been done to those intercessors. Those?
Those intercessors.
Hello, me lover.
Right, me lover. Right, bird.
So that has helped over here. But that, I believe, is the end of the combat of the turn 3. Going into Rapids turn 3 next, and we'll see what he can score. It looks like nothing at the moment, but he is going to have a big punch back with his 10 angry men over here with their punchy fists and big old blades. So at the end of the Blood Angels movement phase, the Assault Intercessors have decided that it's time to kill their compadres, the other intercessors over here. Thanks to the rules of the Lieutenant and passing their battle shock, the Hellblaster was able to fall back and will be able to shoot into the Assault Intercessors as well. This Valiant has done a boot scoot and pivoted, so it can only move 8, so it can get some beaded shots down into the Deathwing Knights and also into the Redemptor. And over here, Dante, angry at the loss of his friends, has decided to jump in front of my ballistas, and I've decided to pay for Tank Shock. Not Tank Shock, the other thing, Overwatch. We were talking about Tank Shock off camera so much, but yes, I'm going to try and Overwatch him to death because it is an ignoble way to kill one of the legends of the Imperium.
It's maybe my last game, viewers, if he dies.
So guys, I did manage to get a hit through in against Dante. Unfortunately, it was with a Stormbolter. So 1 wound has gone in against Dante, and there is no minus. It's just a 2-up save for Lord Dante of the thingy-mabobs.
I'm not feeling confident. I feel like I'm going to take a wound.
I saw the 1, but
he
he is fine. So after that fantastic shooting by my ballistas, who's really paid for himself this game, we've got the Gladiator Valiant, who's going to put his incidental fire into the intercessors, and then the melters into the Deathwing or into the...
They'll have to go into them because it's 24-inch range. I'm just within 24. So the last Talon will go into the Redemptor, Melter will go into them, Stubber will go... Let's just do the last on the Stubber into him, and then go into them.
Okay, so you're leaving the Deathwing Knights alone.
Yeah, well, yeah, I want to try and kill something.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's get on with some rolls, and we'll be back with the saves. The Valiant shot out against the Redemptor, but didn't manage to get any wounds off of him. Just down to bad wound rolls there. However, 2 of the Intercessors have died to the incidental fire of his other guns. Now I believe it's going to be on to the Hellblaster to try and frag them a little more. Rapid has changed his mind and decided that he's not going to make his charges any longer by shooting at those Intercessors over there. So what we've got left now is going to be the Eradicators shooting down into the Ballistas, and then the Inferno Pistol of Dante himself. So the Eradicators have managed to get 2 wounds in against the Ballistas Dreadnought, -4 down to -3. So he has a 5-up save against these 2 shots. And he made them both.
Yeah, great.
Do you want to just do Dante now as well? Shoot his Inferno?
Yeah. Oh.
Big hit.
That was a weird way that the dice went then, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then it'll be 5s to wound, I believe.
Yeah, strength 9. So wounds, so -4.
Okay, no cover.
I think he can see everything.
Yeah, he can see everything, so this would be a 6. No, I rolled a 5. I was very close.
So it's melted 2 and d6, so this is 4 damage.
Well, it's only melted 2 if he's within half range.
range.
And I don't think he's within 3, is he? There's a 6-inch range gun, isn't
Yeah, I
it?
thought he was, if I'm honest, but if I'm wrong. It's like literally on it.
Okay, we'll take it. Okay, so that would be, that was 5 wounds, was it?
4.
4. Okay, so he has taken the 4 wounds, and that is the end of your shooting, isn't it? Because we want to go into some charges next. So let's go and have a look. Okay, so Dante is going to be the first to charge in. He needs a 4.
Oh, super cocked.
Okay, so he gets a 5. I like how elegant he sounds.
Well, after, all this time alive, he's kind of gone past elegant, and he's just brutalist.
Okay, so charging the Intercessors over the top.
I should have measured before we did this.
Yes, we should have.
7 inches, and I have a CP.
Excellent.
Come on, where are we going? Where are we going?
Just wherever.
Yeah, boy.
So we got a 10-inch charge. Those Assault Intercessors are not long for this world. We'll be back with some saves for combat. So Dante is coming in with 9 attacks against my Ballistas.
Yep, so hitting on 2s. 6s are lethal. Should I just go home?
Well, it won't be long now, will it?
Okay, so this becomes strength 10 then. So 10.
Yep. So 4's to wound.
So 4's to wound. Yes. Oh, I should have paid a stratagem to have lancing. Okay.
So 4 wounds.
So 4 wounds, -3, 2 damage each.
Okay, so 5-up saves.
So he could die, couldn't he?
Could die.
Oh, die. He didn't die.
He took 2 wounds.
So I can't consolidate now, can I?
No, that's my objective. You keep away from it. Okay, so we did the combat with the Intercessors. They got turned into mist. There was a Hammer of Wrath that did 5 mortal wounds, and then at that point we just accepted he was dead. So at the end of the Blood Angels' turn, they have consolidated and completely taken this part of the board now. There is not a single one of my models left in it. The Intercessors were turned to mist. Dante, however, has come a bit of cropper against my Ballistas, who I've forgotten has attacks back, which we will do off camera, because let's just assume that they're not going to do much damage to Dante. But we will be back with my turn 4, and we need to do a roll to see which objective is gone. So, at the end of the movement phase for turn 4, I put myself into the tactical doctrine so I would be able to fall back, shoot and charge. However, I spent 1 CP to do adaptive strategy on the Deathwing Knights to allow them to be able to advance and charge, and they got a 5, which meant that they are actually in striking distance of the Assault Intercessors, who are the target of my Oath of Moment, because I might as well see if I can get to them. We're going to do some of the quick shooting, then going into the charge. There isn't a lot of shooting that can be done in the rest of this game. So, the Ballistas has fired into Dante and managed to get a wound through, and it was not saved, even with a CP against Dante. It is a D6 plus 1 attack. I've got to roll a 3 or more.
Yep.
I rolled a 3.
He did.
Dante is dead. That is slay the warlord for me. Huzzah. And the other shots of his missiles, he shoots into the air while hooting and hollering like the Texas oil baron from The Simpsons. There's going to be no other shooting. We are going to go straight into the charge, which we have measured up, I believe was a 7. So
I guessed it, I think, but this...
It was 7.5. So would that mean I need an 8?
Yes, I believe
Yes.
so. Yeah.
Okay, so I need an 8-inch charge and I have a CP. I got a 3. So I'm going to spend a CP. Got the 8. So the Deathwing Knights are in. Let's get moving. So the Deathwing Knights have been able to charge in. The only thing I haven't done is the pile-ins, which might let me get maybe one more guy into combat. But if I can get him around there enough, so he'd be behind Belial. And then Rapid has decided he's going to play Armour of Contempt to try and negate some of the damage of these power weapons. So getting the combat started with Belial, with his 6 attacks hitting on 2s, re-rolling because they were my Oath of Moment target. Okay, 6 hits. It is Strength 6.
Toughness 4.
So 3s to wound. Okay, so we've got 4 wounds at -2 down to -1 because of Armour of Contempt.
Okay. 4 you said, was it?
Yep,
Yeah.
4.
Got 4s. Oh,
Okay,
big connect,
so
Chris.
3 dead.
Yeah.
And I will count up the dice to do what the Deathwing do. So we have 6 attacks coming in from the relic weapon of the Deathwing Knight Master, who is Strength 7, -2, 2 damage with lethal hits. Re-rolling, and I am going to fish. Shouldn't have fished. I paid a price for fishing. But there we go, and this will be 3s. Okay, so 3 have gone through, -2.
Down to
Down to
-1.
-1.
So 4s.
Okay, 1 more dead. And then it is the next 15 attacks from the other 3 who can hit. Hitting on 2s. No lethals. All hit. And then it will be 3s to wound. Okay, so we've got 3, 5, 7, 10, 11. Again, -2 down to -1.
How many damage are these each?
2.
Bloody hell.
I think they're dead. So that is the end of the Intercessors. So at the end of turn 4, Rapid has decided to concede the game after my Deathwing Knights turned his Intercessors into mist. The score was going my way in the game. Unfortunately, these Deathwing Knights are just so brutal to deal with the -1 damage coming in and just being able to put out so much damage to attacks. And I didn't think Belial was going to be particularly amazing, but I feel he really made up his 85 points in the middle of these guys. He was able to do a fair bit of damage himself, and he just felt safe the entire game. Dante, when he was over there, because I just managed to jam out a few 5-up saves and that Ballistus didn't die, it meant that Dante couldn't get involved into the rest of the board, and he would have just got tar-pitted into that corner, and then getting a few shots in on him, that was the end of him. But this is the way that the game is going to end. There is a smattering of units of mine left on the board, holding the objectives for the Sentinels of Brobnar / the Dark Angels. So if you would like to follow either myself or Rapid, you can follow us on Instagram at...
Rapid 40k.
Yes, and I have a very inventive name, which is Beanie40k. I'm also on Blue Sky as well, so if you want to follow us, go onto there. Yeah, he's on Blue Sky as well. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave us a like, maybe share it, and if you're not subscribed, please do. And we also have a Discord, so if you want to come over and chat to us, we are over on there. There's a nice group of people on there. It's a nice place to chat about the hobby. So thank you for watching, and we will be back with another video soon. Bye!